tried to make this video a number of times, but I can't I can't quite articulate what I want to say. I'll try my best, and I'm also concerned about advocating the wrong message. So basically, yeah, this year has it's been quite a busy one for me, and I've spoken a lot publicly about mental illness, about my experience with mental illness. You know, I've done the BBC Three documentary and the articles in The Guardian and The Sun, and done radio interviews and public speaking as well, and as a result I've had a lot of contact with people who either suffer from mental illness or know someone that does, and it's been so interesting. It's got me thinking more and more about the state of the mental health system, and it's got me thinking a lot about my own treatment. I was admitted into hospital 6 years ago. 6 years ago this month, and diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. And I went in, and the first thing that happened was I saw a psychiatrist, and he said, right, well, we're going to try this med for this symptom, and that med for that symptom, and that was it. Felt like I was placed on a sort of conveyor belt. Every day we'd have a session of group therapy in the morning, in the afternoon we'd have another session of group therapy, and in the evening we'd be given our medication, and then on to the next day. It was just a cycle. And you know, I was very introverted, and I was going through a really difficult time, and I didn't want to talk publicly at that stage. So in group therapy I just sat there in silence. I wasn't talking. And never have I talked about the voice and why it might be there, and what exactly was going on with it. Same with the delusions, you know. Why am I prone to delusions of grandeur? It's never been discussed. And I know it's to do with chemical imbalance and things, but I just feel something's being missed. Doing these YouTube videos has been therapeutic for me. I've spoken about things on here that I've never spoken to anyone about, but surely a medical professional should have been chatting to me about these things, but it's never been the case. Everything was always focused on the medication. And I didn't do well with the medication because of the side effects. The anti-psychotics, they made me so tired all the time. The first job I had after being so unwell was just a basic filing job. But I would sit there and I would drop off to sleep suddenly. I was so tired. I had no joy or excitement for anything, and my libido just went. And I was tremoring. I stopped doing things socially because of the tremoring. And I put on weight as well. And when my psychiatrist said I would put on weight, I was like, great, I'm going to bulk up. No. It was a sort of bloated weight. And when people started saying to me, oh, you put on a bit of weight, that was it. 21-year-old guy, and I felt all I wanted to do was just hide. People don't talk about the side effects. They don't address that. And it's a real issue for a lot of people that just seems to be overlooked by the pharmaceutical industry. And I don't know, I'm really troubled by the whole pharmaceutical industry. I'm not in the least bit advocating that people should not take medication, or that people should come off their medication. I'm not trying to do that. I'm saying you can't just pump someone full of medication. There's other ways. I just feel that the pharmaceutical industry wants to numb the masses, almost, or people at the top are trying to numb the masses with mental illness. It's not right. People with mental illness that I've spoken to often have the most insight, the most knowledge, often the most creative as well, and it makes me, I know it's paranoia, but it makes me suspicious that they're the ones that the people at the top want to numb the most. And they're doing that, that's for sure. When I came out of hospital, I had to find my own ways to manage my mental health. I sought cognitive therapy on my own, and then I looked into mindfulness and went on a mindfulness course, and I was lucky that I was able to do that. But some people can't. And that's not fair. Everyone should be given the opportunity to be able to manage their mental illness. They should not be written off just as soon as they're diagnosed with a mental illness, and that's what it feels like. And people come up to me and they tell me that, you know, I know someone that has schizophrenia and they're very different to you. And it's so sad. What if they were given the opportunity to learn how to manage their mental health from a young age? Maybe they wouldn't have to spend a lifetime so drugged up. I just feel that, there's something wrong with the system, and I'm a really tiny fish in a big pharmaceutical pond. It's all money, isn't it? It's just, something needs to be done. I don't know what. How can you stand up against people at the top? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being paranoid and delusional, and no. Something isn't right. And we can't just accept that that's the way. I know I am chatting rubbish. I know I am. But I hope that made sense, and once again, I'm not trying to tell people to not take medication. I'm not doing that. So if it works for you, then that's great. I'm just saying there has to be other ways, because I know a lot of people that really suffer because of the side effects, and it destroys their quality of life. It's not fair. And they're not given access to other forms of therapy that could help them to manage their mental illness. I don't know, I'm sorry, I came off on a rant. Thanks for listening.